I'm using some off-the-shelf Kirker products I bought from TP Tools. I'm going to run their Enduro Prime direct-to-metal epoxy primer, followed by a single-stage 3-to-1 urethane paint called Gunmetal Metallic. So it's like a darker gray with some metallic in it. And I'm hoping the metallic and the darker gray will help to smooth out the casting marks. I made a choice not to fill the casting and just leave it like a rough casting with no body filler, just as it finished. After the molds came off and workers sanded it down, that's how I left it. It's pretty rough, but I think it gives it really neat character to show, you know, all the work that goes into making a casting this large. And I have the turret on top just to hold it, and I'm only masking the bottom part of the scale because the top part of the scale is so rough. I didn't want to sand it and polish it and then let it rust, so just the bottom part of the scale is masked off. Okay, I'll start priming. My Bridgeport mill is all painted and mostly assembled. I have it on the cart that I built, which I painted with a primer. And then the rest of the mill, I finished up with the Kirker paint that I mentioned earlier in the video. It's going together well. Most of the quill is assembled. I still have a few parts to finish. I have to put a new clock spring in and work on the Powerfeed clutch assembly on this side. I also have the step pulley and motor to finish on the quill housing. As far as the table and the saddle, everything is done except for new Zerk fittings need to be installed. I'm going to shim the X and Y gibs, and I'm going to install an X-axis power feed. Plus, I still have the felts to install for the back of the saddle and the knee as well. Here's all the parts I have left. Step pulley bearings, and then the small parts left over to finish up this project. I do like how the Kirker paint came out. As I mentioned previously in the other video, I took this casting down to bare metal and I didn't use any body filler. So the finish is rough, rougher than most that you'll find, but this is nice because this is the actual casting. There's no body filler or anything like that to chip off. It's just steel, epoxy paint, and then the Kirker paint on top of that. So the finish should last a good long time. Especially in this environment, it's not getting subjected to some of the abuse you might have, you know, in an industrial setting. Anyways, I wanted to make a quick update, and I still have a little bit to go, including a DRO, the power feed, and the VFD for the motor, and I'll make that part 3 of this series. All right, if you have any questions, let me know, and thanks for watching.